Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi.
Dear listeners, we would like to, I'm not even going to apologize for last week because we partied
We were having fun
up.
together.
We partied it up.
We got to be with each other in real life.
It's true. And girl, everybody who I've told the story of you in that Uber.
Yeah. That was a lot.
It was a lot. Girl, I don't think you understand the gay panic that came over me at 4:00 in the morning. I don't think you quite grasp the gay panic.
I mean, I can tell for, based off of the messages you were sending me in all the different channels. But also it was funny because in one breath, you knew I was way too drunk. In another breath, you thought I was still sober enough to see all of your messages.
Girl, because you're right.
Once again, I'm not joking because I'm appreciative, right? Obviously, but I thought that was really the next day when I was sitting there, I was like, did she really think I was going to see all these? I could barely keep myself awake.
Yeah, I know. You were asleep. Whatever. You know what? We persevered, girl. We
did.
We persevered.
I will never drink that much ever again.
Well, until next year.
Girl, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there was like a little switch that just flipped. Like, no, girl. Like forever in a day. Like, no, girl. And in fact, last night at Black Orchid, Nikki, she, our little friend, my little friend Nikki, she got me a margarita, and it was good, right? But it was just like a Chili's margarita, right? It was sweet and whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, great. It was like juice. So then I went to go get another drink. So I was like, oh, let's get one more drink. And he made me a proper rum and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it touched my lips, I was like, you're not ready for that journey again, girl. I put that thing down as a dip. Honey.
So
if you had seen my face when I sipped on it, I was like, nope, it's not time yet.
I have told everybody about the mistake you made. Dear listeners, there's a rule. If you're going out for a night of drinking, you do not start with anything that has cream in it.
My gosh, so funny how that.
And Maim had a key lime martini, which I tasted. I was like, Maim, this is a choice to start with cream. You're like, it's good, it's delicious, sweet, it tastes great. Like,
yeah, but you know that I don't drink enough to remember those rules. You should have reminded me of the rule. Then,
I didn't know it. I didn't know it had cream in it, girl. Otherwise, I would have said no.
Oh.
I would have
cream combined with dancing, combined with more alcohol, combined with like
yeah. It was well we had fun.
We know we had a good time.
Girl, I would like to tell you that my body it's still, so I started having acid reflux while I was there. But I was like, I think I'll be fine. Girl. So Saturday, I finally was like, thank you, Nexium. Not sponsored. And then today I was like, this morning I was like, the Nexium worked. I think I'll be fine. I don't need to take it again. I don't need to do the full 14-day course. And because I took it with breakfast yesterday, I was like, long about noon, I was talking to one of my friends who was here. And like, I felt the acid reflux coming all the way up. And like, I started getting uncomfortable. Dear listeners, for those of you that have never had acid reflux, sometimes you feel like you're wibbly wobbly and like you start getting dizzy. It was like, it's that kind of pain because it's inside. Like, and you can't really do anything about it. So I was like, I just need to kick my friend out and go to the drug cabinet that's behind him, get my little tiny pill of Nexium. I did. I took it. And 30 minutes later, I was fine again. Whew, girl.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
And girl, you know what? I still do not know what that harness was attached to in the back.
The world may never know.
I asked the ether, and the ether has not responded, girl. The
Ether said, "I'm sorry. Please deposit 10 cents more. You have not deposited enough coin for me to provide you that answer."
Oh God, girl. So in the world of Beyonce, because Beyonce during the Super Bowl released two tracks.
She's like, "Oh, Taylor, you think you're cute doing it during the Grammys? Watch what I do during the Super Bowl, girl."
So this has always been my thing with Beyonce, and this is this actually 100% tracks. I really love half of Beyonce's songs. Like Tex Hold'em, I love. I think that's a great song.
16 carriages.
It's okay.
Or cartridges or whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. Like it's.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, right? And this is just my little soapbox too, right?
Oh, you got a soapbox, okay?
I got a little soapbox, a little Beyonce soapbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know how in the world we like the general public, because I see people's Facebooks, right? And it's like, y'all, do you expect everything to be a AAA number one?
No,
not you. I'm just saying like other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes they talk about stuff, and I'm just like, what? Like really, y'all? Like but Miss Swift comes out with her album of, Sleepy Time, Lavender Haze, which don't get me wrong, I like the album, right? But like, it is not the like fall out, like in having a conniption like thing. Like they're good songs, but come on. Like, but that's the thing is like some people, it's just, you have that higher standard and others are just like, you should have a higher standard.
Girl, speaking of throwing up on the street as an Uber's approaching, did you know that we have another podcast?
I briefly forgot it in the Uber, but yes, thank you for reminding me.
No, wait, Patreon. I start with Patreon. No, wait, what do I start with? God, which one do I start?
Patreon. Patreon is where you start with.
That's right. Did you know that we have a Patreon? It's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, I hate when people do that at karaoke.
Listeners, if you go to patreon.com, boo, so maybe you can throw us somebody. Hey, babe.
Oh my God, you did remember. Aww.
Did you know that we have another podcast? That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Murder She Wrote podcast. And maybe one day we'll have Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast. And Maim, you will get eventually moonlighting podcast Over the Moon and Us and Lies Drag, but you will get all of our podcasts without commercials on our Patreon. And dear listeners, I am still uploading them. Again, it is a pain to do this. You're getting the new ones so far. I'm trying to do the old ones. It is a pain. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Hey, Maim, did you know we have merchandise?
Do we now?
That's right. If you go to MimsMaim.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You like 5-star reviews?
That's right, Maim. I love 5-star reviews. They really make me smile, just like harnesses that I'm not sure where they go.
The world we never know. Sorry.
Ask the ether, girl. Ask the ether.
Ask the ether. Don't forget that 10 cents, though, girl. Donate to 25. She gotta have that extra dime.
God, girl, do you remember when telephones went from 25 cents, 35 cents? It was because sometimes you had to stop that because, I didn't have a cell phone for the longest time, or I did have one. It was for emergencies only.
Exactly. We were not allowed to use that $25 phone
unless it was nights or weekends. Because thank you, Alltel, but like,
rest in peace,
Alltel. But like having to go and call somebody, put in the 25 cents, it's like, you need 10 cents more. Well, God damn it. This is season 5, episode 13, Pearls of Wisdom.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Yes, honey, pearls, honey.
Girl, when I called your house, did your husband ever mention that I messaged him first thing in the morning?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Was he
Yes.
concerned?
He wasn't concerned. He just got up and walked into the room, and I was out on the couch, like snoring.
Oh, because he said that you were right beside of him, snoring. So
Well, he must have been sitting on the couch next to me, probably making sure I was still breathing.
Girl, it weren't that crucial. You were fine. But I will say you did kind of look like, what's Benson's real name?
Robert Guillaume.
Robert Guillaume in that Uber, as you were sleeping beside me like a sleeping Robert Guillaume. You know what I'm talking about too.
I'm never shaving my head again, apparently.
No, it looks great on you. You aren't balding.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at Sugar Bakers. We're at Sugar Bakers.
Hey, Sugar Bakers!
Thank you. And we find out Suzanne is going to be on the 11 o'clock news.
What? Did she burn another house down?
She's the new lifestyle reporter on Channel 6.
Stop it. She got a real job?
Which was our NBC station and one of them. You know, it's odd. It's odd. I don't know.
Odd?
So a lot of channels were lower, right? Because those were the first ones you would dial to back in the day. Except for us. We had 2, we had 3, but then we had 12 and 36.
Yep.
Like our 4, 5, 6, 7, those weren't taken. It was always 2, 3. I mean, we could sometimes get 2. We could always get 3. Oh, 9. We had 9. We had 9. Let me not forget WSOC TV. Debbie Fabian for life.
Was Henny. Yes, Meg McDonald, Henny, Bill Walker.
Mm-hmm.
They raised me.
Now, were you a Channel 36 or Channel 12 NBC station?
We were a Channel 9 household.
But what about when you watched NBC?
We were a Channel 12.
Yeah, WXII in
Yeah.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who I think may have had.
Occasionally,
did they have the
we
first
could
black
occasionally get
reporter?
36. I don't know. Occasionally we could get 36, but like it was not all. It wasn't back in internet days. Like we didn't always get 36, but occasionally we did.
God.
So apparently, the only reason I know is because 36 used to have different stuff on like the daytimes. Like obviously, like prime time was always the same, but yeah.
Ooh, and Channel 18 Fox.
Yes. Oh,
girl, why
do
I
remember,
remember this?
Do you remember the reverberation? I don't think people quite understand like when Fox came to be. Like it was such a like seismic shift in the culture that there were now 4 networks.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare they? Who are these people? We don't know you. I don't know you. Get away from my purse.
Well, Charlene says it's great for Suzanne to have a job. And Mary Jo's like, she already has one. She works here. And Charlene's like, oh, yeah. Well, Mary Jo goes on a little tirade about how she's upset that Suzanne's a journalist now.
Which, I mean, she's not a journalist. She's just doing think pieces. Like what are they called? Like heart pulling pieces.
Girl,
or whatever.
I just had a memory. of from back in the day.
Memory, honey.
I think Nickelodeon.
Memories.
I think Nickelodeon used to be on Channel 26.
It was.
Okay. My God. My
Look at
God.
you with all this cognitive recognition.
It's
I don't
all
even know you
coming
no more.
back back to me now. There were
better do it,
flashes of
Celine.
cold, and there were no flashes of light, and there were flashes. Girl, it's just flashing. I don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute, hold on. Have we had the podcast since the Grammys? What did you think of Celine?
I didn't watch the Grammys, but I'm glad she was there. I don't watch the Grammys. I get bored by it because it's like
I can see that.
17,000 awards, 2,500 presentations and songs, and then the memorandum, which is just what's her doodle? Oh God, the big black singer. What's her name?
Which one?
Oh God damn it!
I mean, that's a very broad term just now. I mean, that could be a lot of them, honey.
Hold on.
Are you literally searching on Google big black singer?
No, because she sang "The Weight" when what's his doodle died.
Latrice Royale?
Not Latrice.
Sorry. You remember that song? Wait, that was a good song.
What is her name? What? She's folksy and gospely. What's her name?
Let's see.
Older black woman.
Shirley Caesar?
No, not quite. Big, older black woman.
Big older black woman that sings for these things a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. Every single time, girl.
I really don't know. Usually my Rolodex of black divas is pretty, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You with
Mavis Staples. There we go.
Honey, I can tell you have not watched the Grammys in a long
She's still alive.
She had been on the Grammys for like a decade now. Come on. That's why I was looking at you like, what? Who are you talking about?
This was not a decade ago. This was, hold on here.
When was it? Because maybe she's been on a bit.
Oh, it was exactly a decade ago.
I was about to
say. So maybe that was, but girl, that's, I did, well, Mavis every year for like,
no, she always did her thing. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, no, I was like, Mavis has been replaced by like Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson.
North Carolina's own.
Yes, ma'am. You better persevere, Hanny.
Well, Anthony's here and he's avoiding Julia.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What? That's weird.
Well, he's been having a recurring dream.
Okay.
That Julia beckons to him.
Okay.
Loosens his collar. Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Which is a reference to Young Frankenstein, I do believe. Yes.
It is.
Like that. I hope other people watching this got that, but if they didn't, they didn't.
It's fine. There's not that. I don't know how much of our population are gay nerds like us.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Look, I'm back in North Carolina and I've got sinus issues and I've got sinus pressure and I've got pressure and sinuses and.
Well, you have sinuses regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that has nothing to do with you being back in this state. It's just you have sinuses.
But now they're under pressure. Looking down on you. Under pressure, looking down on you. Under pressure.
That was a great audition. I don't know if you're going to get the part.
I'm not. So Charlene's got a dream book that can analyze what's in there. So we find out in Anthony's dream, there's a long hallway. Julia's sitting on a beanbag chair, and there's a picture of Gary Coleman behind him.
That was a weird line.
Well, the beanbag chair symbolizes the female breast.
Oh, what?
Oh, and she's under a white light, and the white light symbolizes love in the purest form. She doesn't see anything about Gary Coleman in there. Did he pass away?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he had like liver cancer or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Remember how it was very odd that we went through a whole string of TV shows with those like people with that disorder in them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if disorder's the correct.
Well, remember though, these people were like seeking them out because they needed somebody to stay a child for a long period of time, and that's not how science works normally.
How old was Webster when Webster came out?
He's in his 20s, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's odd when you think about it now, but it was for, I think that other one too. What was it, Little Wonder, right? Like that girl. I don't think she had quite the same disorder, but I think that it was also like it did keep her younger longer. Like growing. What do you call it? Growing. What's it called? Growth plate or something like that. I don't know how they phrased it back then, but yeah, there were like 3 or 4 of them.
My God, there were 6 seasons of Webster, girl. Did you realize it went on that long?
I mean, we were so young. I don't think we could have. Wow. I love that show.
It went straight. It went from ABC to syndication. Like they wow.
So it never stopped.
No. Well, Julia and Suzanne are here, and Anthony just leaves.
Whoa, this is weird.
Yeah, he laughs and leaves. Well, Suzanne is excited about her new career and all the pay she's going to get, girl.
Nice.
And Julia's, what will go on?
I was going to say, like, local news is not necessarily known for the great pay, but all right.
Well,
for the sake of the episode.
She is in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia.
Yeah, but she's not an anchor. She's just doing like a side.
She's like Jenny Muse from CNN.
Oh my god.
I love Jenny Muse. Jenny Muse.
So good.
Let's do this. There we go. I want it there. There we go. Sorry, I was readjusting my microphone.
Okay, microphone.
So Julia's like, well, there's a recession going on, which, puts this squarely just before Bill Clinton became president. And Suzanne's like, I don't know anything about that. I have money. And she bought her 4,500 ruble doll hair worth of pearls.
What?
4,500 ruble doll hairs.
That's too much. Like, you put that in like today's money too, right? That's ridiculous.
Are you caught up with Drag Race, by the way?
I'm caught up with U.S. Drag Race. I haven't watched this week's.
I don't watch it. I can't. It's too.
You don't watch the UK versus the world?
I will after this. I can't do. I don't have the bandwidth or the liver for more than one Drag Race at a time. Yes, ma'am. I got to pee so bad. I'm going to pause it for a second. And we're back. I've peed and my ass is still not there. I lost it in Nom.
QAnon.
QAnon. That's the real conspiracy. In search of Miss Mims's ass.
Finally, a real mystery.
If I could do a Leonard Nimoy like accent or impression right now, I would do it, but I can't. Okay. Best I've got is Paul Lynde or Bill Clinton. That's
both of them are the same person, basically.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. Just one for men, one for women.
There you go. Just for men.
God, so are you? I hope you're ready for a year from now for me to be down there. I think you need to start planning now.
I'll detox the rest of the 364 days.
365. It's a leap year this year, girl.
Oh.
Yeah, you get an extra day there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, my aunt has she has a leap year birthdays.
Oh, cool.
So, what's the 29th or whatever? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yep.
So Mary Jo compares her pearls, like the one she's wearing, to Suzanne's. And then Suzanne's like, no, expensive pearls are rough against your teeth. And she does the pearl test. And Charlene's like, I don't understand why you would buy such expensive pearls just to have people rub their teeth on them.
It's true. I mean,
well, Mary Jo Hansen.
Isn't everybody?
Yeah. I mean, I put my teeth on something else, check to see if it's rough. No, that didn't come out right.
That did not come out right, girl. What?
I don't even know what I'm saying. So Mary Jo hands her back her pearl. Suzanne leaves, and Mary Jo just busts out laughing because she switched the pearls, girl.
Oh no.
Oh yes. That
doesn't seem right.
But it's okay. I'm going to make it anyway. Close the door behind me. Did your husband have fun that night or not? I can't tell.
No, he did.
Okay.
Yes, he had fun.
Okay, I can't tell. I can't tell. He's so stoic.
He was very stoic. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he doesn't dance.
No.
Which is
he's not a dancer.
Is it a religious thing, I wonder?
No, he just never danced. Like it's just not
I
did it.
I asked him if he taps his foot, like if he's listening to music. Does he tap? No, like doesn't. Yeah. What? No, and girl, I also want to add in. I do have a question for you. Wait, let's go back to this. I've got a very important question for you. Who dusts your house?
Yes.
That was the question.
Oh, he does.
Okay. Because I would be like, your house is immaculate, and I'm like, how? There's so many tchotchkes. How is there nothing on any of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm confined to the hobbit hole in the back.
Okay. I gotcha. Does he go into the hobbit hole?
I mean, occasionally, but not that much.
Does it freak him out?
It does trigger him a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mary Jo and Charlene are going to the PTA meeting. Apparently, Mary Jo won an award, and it's at a steakhouse, girl.
Yes.
Dear listeners, it's not a steakhouse you think it is. It's like at a Quincy's.
Yes. Based off of that salad bar, definitely Quincy's.
It's definitely Quincy's. And the lighting was very Quincy's.
Yes. And the color scheme, actually.
Yeah, if it was a Western steer, it's much darker in there.
Yeah, super dark browns.
Yeah. As opposed to, especially if that Western steer eventually becomes a Japanese steakhouse.
It's a perfect transition.
It was. God, did I ever tell you about the story of that steakhouse?
No.
So when I was 7 years old, my mother decided to tell the waitress that it was my birthday. That the owner comes out with a gong.
No.
And screaming something that was not Japanese. And like gonging and singing and screaming all at the same time. I hate that. Let me just tell you. I prefer to be left in the quiet, to be the one judging, not being judged.
Quiet contemplation.
That is right. Until I get balls to the wall drunk.
Mm-hmm.
How was that harness attached?
The world may never know.
Oh God. Well, so Charlene, they're talking about the Saladbar, and Charlene is telling a story of how there was a in Poplar Bluff an all-you-can-eat a catfish and fry restaurant, which apparently is a thing. My coworker is from Mississippi, and she said that along the Delta they just have all-you-can-eat fried fish and fried catfish and French fry restaurants.
I think we have one here. It's called Catfish Dewey's. Yeah. I've never been inside. I've driven by it like 1,000 times.
I wouldn't trust that Florida catfish.
Okay. Well, I will never go inside.
Because they'll ghost you. You like that?
Girl, you got me there. You got me there. I was not expecting that. That was masterful. Oh, I like that a lot.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, because Bob's restaurant, which was the only restaurant in Poplar Bluff, Bob decided to go there and eat them out of house and home, and he did. But then Bob's had to close because he got a heart attack.
I mean, you know,
well,
that's taking one for the team, honey. Taking one for the team.
And they talk about Mary Jo, you know, how great her speech was. And she's like, these pearls really gave me, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
what
no.
Is it, Mary Jo?
Where are
Mary
the
Jo,
pearls? Where are the pearls?
Where are the pearls?
I got some pearls. Anyway, they're in the Saladbar, girl.
Oh, no.
So, comedy ensues. They're reaching through some salad, and they go into some dressing, and like a comedy ensues. So a little bit later on at Sugar Baker's, and Julia confronts Anthony, and it's like, why are you acting so weird? He's like, I've not been sleeping well. And she's like, fine, go over here, lay down on the sofa, and, you know, take a rest. He's like, fine, I'm not going to go sleep. She turns off the light. It's a little bit later. Anthony wakes up to Julia undoing his collar.
What?
Starting to sing, oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. And she finally looks at him and says, you're a delivery man, and it's time for you to deliver. And we wake up,
Julia.
And we wake up, and Julia is shaking Anthony, trying to wake him up. He explains the dream he's been having, and Julia's like, look, it's completely rational. It's just your brain trying to make sense of what's going on in your life. Do you remember your dreams?
Yeah.
I remember some. I don't remember all, but I remember some.
I don't remember all, but like I do remember them for usually like I can at least remember for like a couple of days. Like they're usually pretty yeah. It's not fun actually.
Oh,
because your brain no, not like that, because it's like there's like your dreams, when you have good recollection of your dreams, it's like you can't help but think about them a lot for a little bit of time, like good or bad. It's just like it feels almost like a real memory in your brain, and it's like you have to every once in a while you're like, okay, that was strange, you know, because it'll be, some of them are very fanciful, but some of them can be like so reality based that it's like,
do you often have sexy dreams?
No, actually.
Oh,
yeah. I when somebody was, okay, this might be TMI for our dear listeners, but when they used to talk about wet dreams back in like what do you call it, the 6th grade and all of that stuff, I still didn't quite understand what they were talking about. And then when someone later...
girl. But before you keep this going, dear listeners, let me explain something to you. A wet dream does not have to be a sexy dream.
No, I know that.
Let me tell you about the wet dream I had. I had a recurring wet dream that I was just pouring myself a cup of coffee. Like back in the day when I was younger, and I would know that when I woke up, I had wet dreams like consistently, so much so that I would put paper towel in my underwear because
Wow.
I did so that I could just take the paper towels out and not have to do anything else. Like, so yeah.
Like, I used to think, right, that it had to be a sexy dream.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime people were asking, I was just like, no. But also, like, I didn't have the actual other kind too. So I just thought the two of them were intertwined with each other.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It, like, seriously, I had one or two sexy dreams, but not anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very many. Mostly it was pouring coffee.
If we were on the Newlywed Game, and they're like, describe your spouse's sexiest dream, and we'd be like, oh, well, there is a hot black scenario that he loves to dream about, and it does involve a lot of moisture and not any stickiness though, because there's no sugar involved, and the audience is like, ooh. And then later, like, it's coffee.
Girl, you know what? We should just go on the Newlywed Game. We should.
Let's do it. Let's just do it. We would sweep that competition.
No, or not. Like, I'm just saying, we get so angry with each other. We make it up and we just get progressively angrier with each other.
And then we start hitting each other on the show.
Yes, yeah. Like the old black couples that are sometimes on there. Yes.
Oh my God. She should be like, I told you.
I told you it was coffee.
Oh, I kind of want to do that now.
Yeah. So we're back at the salad bar. They can't find the pearls anywhere. And Charlene's like, you should tell her. And what's she going to do if I tell her? Well, maybe she'll forgive you, Charlene. Okay, she's going to call the police.
Mm-hmm.
And Mary Jo's like, let's just not tell her. Let's just not tell her.
That's also not a good answer.
It's a lie of omission. Yes, it's absolutely a lie of omission. Which, is that a lie? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, dear.
And $4,500 lying. I mean, that's even worse. That's a lot of money.
What year was this? 1989, probably. 45?
No, I think we're in the 90s now.
4,500. No, because it's still pre-Clinton.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I don't know.
Oh, it would be 1990. You're right.
Okay, so yeah, I thought because we had that whole like 1990 New Year's episode thingy.
It would be $10,946.53.
Good gracious.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can't be lying about that.
Mm-mm. No, you cannot.
That's a felony. That's a felony.
That's a felony.
So, yeah.
Oh, goodness. So it's a little bit later, and we're at Sugar Bakers again, girl. And we hear a little bit of the thing that Suzanne was reporting on, and it's dogs wearing clothes.
I wish I could have seen that so bad.
I know. Did you know that North Carolina has oh God, what are they called? We are known, specifically Raleigh is known for having like multiple AKC winter Bichon Frises here.
Really?
Yes. There's like a breeder who has multiple Bichon Frise.
Is he family?
The trainer is.
Mm-hmm. I knew it.
I think the owner's an old woman, if I remember correctly.
I knew somebody was.
It's just like Best in Show.
Exactly. So I knew somebody was.
And I love the one dude from Best in Show.
Which dude?
The real gay one. who's not real, who's
okay.
not gay in real life. What's his name?
Yeah.
He hosts things on the Game Show Network now.
No, I know.
And he's
I know who you're
very
talking
good
about.
at it.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I just can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Ally McBeal's therapist.
Yeah.
Which, dear listeners, we're still looking to see if that show's coming back on stream.
We're still monitoring it, everybody. We promise. We are not going to abandon that.
I cannot force myself to spend $140 to buy the full DVD set, but we are still monitoring to see if it's out there. Now, if any of y'all out there want to gift us the DVD set or copies of the DVD set, because you can make them for copies as long as it's not for commercial use.
That's true.
We won't say no.
No, we won't say no. We don't usually either, so, you know. We do. I was trying to make a saucy joke there.
I'm like, what, girl? What? What, girl?
Just
what?
let me live in that.
You didn't say no to drinking that night.
You're right.
I wish I'd known.
You should have. Once again, you should have said no the first drink, and then the rest of them would have been fine. Because technically, collectively, those weren't that many drinks. But yeah,
Girl, it was so many drinks. I don't think you understand. It was. Girl, it was so many drinks. It really was. And it wasn't that long of a time. Like, we started at what, 10? It was like 3 hours, and like it was too much to drink in 3 hours, girl. How I still have my cognitive abilities, I barely. I don't know. Did you know I was pissed about? I didn't tell you what I was pissed about.
No, you didn't.
I know I had the grilled cheese and tomato soup from the grilled cheese place. But then, girl, when I got back to the hotel,
yeah,
I couldn't get a ham sandwich because the little thing was closed.
I know I had all that other food, but I was mad because my celebratory ham sandwich was not there at the end of my evening. Valid. I'll say that. Valid. So, no arguments here.
Oh, God. So, Julia calls it a parody of journalism. And Suzanne's like, you know what? Maybe I'd be just like Deborah Norville. And she talks about Deborah Norville and how Deborah Norville, schemed Jay Pauley out of a job. And she's like, I'm going to scheme and connive and be the most trusted woman in American journalism. Oh, Deborah Norville. What is Deborah Norville doing now?
I don't know. She probably has her own podcast. I mean, probably.
So do you think Rachel Dolezal was fired because why? OnlyFans or podcast? Which thing?
It said OnlyFans. It said the OnlyFans. That's what people reported, but like nobody actually said. I don't think the school district's allowed to be public, so she'll have to be the one that's public about it because the school district can't be public about it, I don't think.
Girl, we need to, in about 3 weeks, we need to find her podcast and listen.
Jeez, please no.
Hi, I'm Rachel Dolezal. Actually, I don't know what her voice sounds like.
She sounds like a white woman that's trying to sound like a black woman. That's what she sounds like. I'm not kidding.
So every gay queen that I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
So Suzanne talks about her necklace and how she wants to wear it next time she's on. And Mary Jo asks Suzanne, hey, what if you found out that necklace was fake? Well, I'd be upset. What if you found somebody switched it? Well, I'd call the police. So Mary Jo comes clean, hands Suzanne a check, and it's like, here's a check for $4,500. Just please don't cash it for a year so I can move out and such, and et cetera. And Julia's like, Suzanne, you need to tell her now. What about the tax? Suzanne, her pearls weren't real either. Apparently, she's
What?
going through money problems, and they aren't real either. And she figured if she could
Plot
convince
twist.
them, she could convince everybody.
Plot twist.
And she asked, "Well, can I keep the check?" And everybody says no. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim. Do.
Yes.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
Oh, Dreamscape Julia is my Miss Georgia World this time, without question.
Mine is Charlene covered in salad dressing. The comedy did not hit for me. Like it did at the very beginning when Mary Jo started going through the salad, and it hit at the end with her just standing there covered in the dressing. That the rest of it was kind of too. It felt forced. But anyway, did you like this episode?
Yeah, it was fun. This was a fun episode.
It was okay. It compared to the couple episodes of complete trash we've gotten.
Yeah.
Recently.
Well, like I said, that's what I mean. Like, it wasn't great. It was just fun, right? Like,
Yeah.
It was just a really silly kind of fun episode. So,
But I do wish they had somehow worked it to maybe be Julia and Mary Jo going through the Saladbar. Because I think Dixie Carter's a little bit better at the physical acting or Julia and Charlene. There's just something. One of them was off, and I don't know which one it was. I think it may have been Charlene, because she wasn't.
never Charlene.
Then it had to be Annie Potts. I don't know. That's like.
She's not typically a physical comic kind of person.
That's true. That's true. So maybe Dixie Carter is like.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be Dixie Carter going through there like absolutely crazy, but then that wouldn't work. She would just pay Suzanne off.
Mm-hmm. Well, she would also know they were fake.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well,
So it
man,
had to be those.
why don't you tell it could have been Anthony and Mary Jo? There we go. I got it.
That
I
would've been
fixed
cool.
it. Yeah.
I would have liked that.
Yeah. Like, yes. And like they have a little talk. They resolve the thing about the dream earlier. Mary Jo's like, well, it could just been this. That's resolved. Just ignore it. You wouldn't have gotten your sexy Julia.
I know, which I loved it.
Or you could have gotten a sexy Anthony, because Charlene could have been talking to Julia about it. Julia fell asleep, had a dream where Anthony's doing that to her.
But that would be weird.
Exactly.
No, but like that would have been like a little bit on the more, because it's a man to a woman. It's different.
That's true. But it's a gay man.
And it's a big black man.
It's a big black gay man.
He's not supposed to be gay on the show.
It's Titus Andromedon coming out. Pinot Noir.
Oh man, that classic show, and we've already forgotten about it. And like, it was so brief. It was like a phoenix, right? It came and burned so bright, left us with so many memes.
Like a phoenix.
I'm glad that he's went back to Broadway, basically like now a legend on Broadway.
What's
at
he
this
in?
point because of all that. He's in the new, not new. It's not new now, but he's the conductor in Moulin Rouge now.
Good
the
for
word
him.
Conductor,
MC,
right?
Yeah, MC.
MC, I guess
Yeah.
MC or ringmaster. That's
There
the
you
word.
go. Did you see that Marsha is on Broadway as the understudy for the MC in Chicago? Not Chicago, Cabaret.
Of course.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen because she is very talented.
Yes, she is. Well, Sheller Deer at Plasma is also very talented. I don't necessarily like her.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
She's not my favorite.
I want her to be likable, but it's hard because she is basically the most annoying musical theater gay, and they are really hard to love. Very hard.
Watch our dear listeners where they can find you.
Yeah. Hello, dear listeners. It's I, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation.
Mine too.
You can find me on Instagram at Auntie Maims with S. You can find my different hosting gigs. My favorite is Amazing Colossal Karaoke every Thursday night at Killer Rido in Miami South Beach. And get all that stuff at I'mYourAuntieMame.com. How about you, Mims?
Hey y'all, it's me. Hey y'all, it's me, the Divine Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemismims.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have Patreon? That's right. If you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Murder, She Wrote podcast, and Over the Moon, our moonlighting podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have merchandise?
No.
That's right. If you go to mimsmaim.com, you can buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
I do. Dear listeners, if you like us, you love us, and you want some more of us, you tried so hard, but you can't rise above us. If you would leave us a 5-star review, it would mean a lot. What?
Nothing. I just love your turn of phrase. That's all.
You mean how I borrowed something from a different... Anyway, hey, babe. Did you know that our dear listeners can reach out to us?
No.
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsamaim@gmail.com or send us a text at 704-380-0618. Maim, do you have anything else to add?
I don't believe so.
Then why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all. Stop.